In this podcast episode, Gary Brecka speaks with Dr. Barbara Sturm, a global skincare icon and medical doctor whose approach to skin health transcends traditional dermatology. Their conversation dives deep into the science and philosophy behind skincare, emphasizing healing the skin from the inside out rather than attacking it with aggressive treatments that may compromise the skin barrier. The discussion also expands into broader themes of inflammation, nutrition, lifestyle, and cellular biology, shedding light on how chronic inflammation accelerates aging and diminishes overall health. Dr. Barbara Sturm begins by challenging the mainstream dermatological approaches, which often rely on cortisone, antibiotics, lasers, and chemical peels. She critiques these methods for being more destructive than restorative, likening them to attacking the skin and stripping away its natural layers rather than supporting its long-term health. From her perspective, these treatments compromise the skin's natural barrier and microbiome, causing chronic inflammation and impeding its innate ability to repair itself. The conversation highlights how dermatologists commonly prescribe sunscreen 24/7 to protect the skin after such aggressive treatments, but Sturm argues that truly healthy skin, especially in places with less intense sunlight like London, does not necessarily need constant sunscreen use. She also exposes the complexities and controversies surrounding sunscreen ingredients, notably that numerous sunscreen brands in the U.S. have been withdrawn due to concerns over safety, while legislation regulating sunscreen filters has remained unchanged for over 2 decades. At the core of her philosophy is a skepticism about harsh skincare ingredients like retinol and acids, which induce inflammation continuously and borrow from your future, by exhausting the skin's healing capacity. Rather than provoking inflammation as a permanent strategy, she advocates for routines and formulations that nourish, hydrate, and strengthen the skin barrier without causing repeated damage. A major theme throughout the discussion is inflammation, both its essential role in the body and its destructive potential when chronic. Inflammation is framed as the body's critical immune response to injury or infection, signaling healing processes. Gary elucidates how platelets act as piñatas, releasing growth factors to repair tissue, and how peptides like BPC 157 and TB 500 can amplify the body's natural healing signals. However, when inflammation becomes persistent and uncontrolled, it damages tissues, drives aging, and contributes to diseases including autoimmune disorders and cancer. Skin conditions like redness, cystic acne, psoriasis, wrinkles, and perioral dermatitis are all manifestations of underlying chronic inflammation. Both Gary and Dr. Sturm caution against continual provocation of inflammation through topical irritants, which can lead to exhaustion of the body's regenerative systems and disruption of the skin's microbiome. Instead, they emphasize a more holistic approach that balances acute therapeutic inflammation when needed with long-term anti-inflammatory care to support skin health. The podcast delves into cellular aging and repair mechanisms, introducing concepts such as senescent cells, zombie cells that live but no longer function properly, contributing to systemic decline. Gary discusses how fasting triggers the body to recycle these senescent cells, reducing inflammation and promoting regeneration at the cellular level. Exosomes, a cutting-edge focus of Dr. Sturm's research and skincare brand, are also highlighted as potent biological messengers that stimulate repair without carrying DNA, effectively delivering anti-inflammatory mediators and growth factors deep into tissues. Their small size allows them to penetrate cells more efficiently than stem cells or conventional nutrients. The conversation touches on a collaborative laboratory study where exosomes suspended in lipid-based creams reduced inflammatory markers and increased collagen, elastin, and fibrin production in cultured skin tissue. This process also initiated angiogenesis, the growth of new blood vessels, indicating deep rejuvenation potential. These findings underscore Dr. Sturm's signature approach that combines orthopedics-derived anti-inflammatory science with sophisticated skincare formulations aimed at supporting the skin's natural healing and structure. Hydration emerges as a fundamental pillar of skin health, as dehydrated skin leads to barrier dysfunction and premature wrinkles. Dr. Sturm stresses the need for skincare products that maintain the acid mantle, proper pH balance, support the microbiome, and provide essential lipids to reinforce the skin barrier. Her recommended skincare routine is intentionally minimalistic: a hydrating cleanser with balanced pH, gentle enzymatic exfoliation twice weekly, a hyaluronic acid serum, described as the white t-shirt of skincare, fundamental and universal, and a nourishing face cream to lock in moisture and fortify the barrier. This simple regimen avoids inflammatory ingredients and excessive product layering, encouraging consistency and trust in a single, well-formulated brand. On the nutrition front, both speakers highlight the critical relationship between diet and inflammation. Anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, fatty fish rich in omega-3s, nuts, berries, and olives support skin and systemic health. Conversely, processed foods, fried items, sugars, and especially rancid seed oils, like canola and soybean oils subjected to high heat and chemical processing, promote inflammation and skin damage. The speakers advocate using a limited variety of stable, traditional fats, such as grass-fed butter, ghee, coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil, for overall health benefits. The podcast also explores microcirculation's role in skin vitality, explaining how blood flow in peripheral vessels, including the skin, is largely driven by vasomotion rather than the heart's pumping action. Adequate hydration, mineral intake, notably sodium via natural salts, and antioxidant hydrogen water help optimize circulation and reduce inflammation. Red light therapy is praised for its ability to stimulate mitochondrial function in skin cells, enhancing cellular energy and thus promoting anti-aging effects and improved microvascular flow. Dr. Sturm and Gary underscore the interconnectedness of the gut microbiome and skin health. Dysbiosis in the gut can force the skin to compensate as a secondary waste elimination route, increasing inflammation and skin disorders like eczema and psoriasis. Consumption of fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, pickled vegetables, is encouraged to restore gut flora and reduce systemic inflammation. Methylation, a genetic and biochemical process critical for hormone balance and detoxification, is discussed as another key factor influencing skin and overall health. Personalized genetic testing can reveal specific deficiencies for targeted supplementation, avoiding guesswork. Endocrine disruptors commonly found in cosmetics and personal care products, such as parabens and phthalates, are noted for their capacity to interfere with hormone metabolism, particularly estrogen pathways. This interference can lead to estrogen dominance and associated signs like water retention and skin puffiness, emphasizing the importance of selecting skincare and household products free from harmful synthetic chemicals. On the topic of sun and light, the episode challenges the conventional fear of sunlight, pointing out that moderate sun exposure is vital for vitamin D synthesis, nitric oxide production, circadian rhythm regulation, and overall health. They highlight the concept of first light, or early morning sunlight, which contains beneficial wavelengths without harmful UV and provides critical signals to reset hormonal and sleep cycles. Conversely, artificial lights, especially blue light from screens, can disrupt these systems, justifying the use of blue light blocking glasses in the evening to protect eye and skin health. Throughout, both speakers emphasize foundational lifestyle pillars: quality sleep, stress management, a diet centered on whole foods, mindful supplementation aligned with individual genetic needs, daily physical movement, and simple, consistent skincare tailored to support rather than assault the skin. Traveling or busy lifestyles are addressed with the recommendation to maintain manageable, minimalist skincare routines and to be mindful of circadian rhythms, meal timing, and hydration to preserve skin and overall health even under challenging conditions. The episode closes with powerful reminders that longevity and youthful skin arise not through aggressive interventions or marketing-driven complexity, but through understanding biological systems, respecting the skin's natural cycles, and nurturing the body holistically from the inside out.